Testing. All right. I think I'm online. Is there a link to this? Hey, someone's already on there. Sweet. All right. Where are we at? Modnub, I take it you can hear me. Welcome to Chaoscraft. Just gonna, hopefully some of the Discord people will hop on in a minute. Starting a little early. We'll go past noon. I just figured I'm sitting here. Might as well open it up to if anybody wants to chat. Hey, John Rich. How's it going? So, we're sitting here. I'll give you guys an update. It looks a lot like this morning. Oh, let's see. TP, anybody. A lot of them, this guy doesn't, but I've seen since like in the last 5 minutes, at least two of them crafting blocks. But they still don't place the darn things. So you guys know, I just pushed up this thing before this line of code wasn't here. This basically rewards them with children like that are a higher spawn priority if they place anything, because it really doesn't matter as long as they're holding that damn block. You can place it and it still will qualify good. So this just rewards the heck out of them if it happens to be 58 or 50. So yeah. All right, where are you guys able to be saying here? Hi. Somebody? Nope, no one's discording. That's fine. Hello, Dorn Defender. I am not good at pronouncing stuff. So, all right. So, what would you guys like to see? Is kind of the question. I got this little world here that I just relocated the spawn point, by the way, because I had dug out the bases of all the trees. So you'd like look, and it'd be like there was no wood down there anymore. Like all the trees look like this. They would just all wander underneath it, evidently. So yeah, it's kind of, it wasn't even that low. Like there's still pieces there, but you can see they're attempting to craft stuff. Play Jurassic. Anyone play Jurassic World Evolution? No, I was going to buy that before my knee surgery and play it because it looked pretty cool, but I have not played it yet. Let's find someone else and observe them. Well, you're drowning to death. So another thing I did this morning was make it so drowns don't immediately end their turn. Ooh, what do you have? Yeah, he had crafted himself some wooden, what do you call it? Planks. There you go. Took some wood, then ran off. Not the most useful strategy, and now you're trapped in water. So if you guys want, I can just keep observing these guys and talking about them, or if you want me to try something else, let me know. If you have any experiments to propose that don't take hours to set up, then we can check that out. What are you doing? Oh man, there we go. This guy is digging rock with his bare hands. Does not sound pleasant. I've seen this before. This one seems to be using a wooden button to try and dig rock. And if you guys just place the darn crafting tables, you guys would be all good. Are you guys actually still watching this? Think so. I'm gonna just hit cancel there. Don't know what app that was, but it looks like you got 2 viewers. Feel free to chat or whatever. Hey, if a bot crafts a weapon, does he use it when encountered by a monster? Yes. So I can hand them a weapon, and they will definitely use it. If it's the first thing handed to them, it automatically is equipped. So you gotta understand it's a multi-step process there. We did this with Adam, actually. If he collects a sword, then he can equip it. Sorry, my thing had like an error message on it. Thank you for saying that. But either way, so they have to equip it first and then attack. And so the chances of those 2 neurons happening at random is very thin, but the chances of those 2 neurons making it higher, like surviving longer, is highly possible. Now, with the way we have it set up right now, there are no monsters. We're just trying to get them to place the darn crafting blocks. I can throw monsters back in the mix because the monsters were just slowing it down a little bit. But does that make sense? It has not happened organically yet because they have not crafted weapons yet. But as soon as one of them placed that crafting block, I feel pretty confidently about that. I mean, I could throw a crafting block in right now, but that would mess up the mix and throw off the experiment a bit. They're really... How far are we from Rick? Oh well. Any other questions, thoughts? The guy going this way. Thought I saw that guy going this way. Up there he is. Right now we got a guy crafting 1 of 72, and we got a guy that crafted 1 of 143. I should probably make him use the display name, but actually, when you have the recipe, you don't actually get that. So it would waste more memory having to try to pull that up. I'm gonna probably eventually mute the I am digging because I really don't need to know all they're digging. I'm really actually kind of getting sick of that. We're not going to do that today. I want to make it so I can just tell them to mute. You guys probably want to see some of their brains, don't you? Oh, hey, we got somebody. Could you force them to place the table? Would it be beneficial? Force them? Yeah, I could make it so. I mean, what I'm doing right now, I'm not sure if you caught this bit, but I'm waiting. Place block attempts are their spawn priority is higher, but basically any place block attempt, even an attempt that doesn't work, will increase it'll spawn more of them automatically. It'll spawn between 1 and 10 of them at a very high spawn priority, so that means that they'll get to that. So I guess I should explain spawn priority for those of you guys that don't know. Let me just show you guys something. Spawn priority, the higher the spawn priority, the more likely they are to spawn. So like a spawn priority of 2 is pretty low. There's a whole backlog, I'm sure, of guys that are 2s or something like that. And spawn priority of 5,000, well, it's usually your generation is your spawn priority, so the higher generations, at least will get calculated through and fizzle out faster if they're going to fizzle out. But spawn priority of 5,000 right here, that we don't have any generation 5,000. The highest we got is like 500 and some, and even that we had to reset it after that point because the brains just got too big. But now I fixed that. So either way, we have with the spawn priority 5,000. The only way they're getting that, is if we got the fitness function of if they craft either any of these, and the only thing they can do so far is craft a 58, which is the crafting block. So right now we have, and then when that happens, they can craft or they can generate up to 1,000 of those children. They'll have up to 1,000. So what we see here is a generation 500, sorry, 5,000. That's happened a couple times there, and so we've had 1,800 of them run their time here. They've done their 10 minutes basically. And 1,300 of them are left to go right now. So hopefully in that 1,300, one of them has the random nodes to place block. And it's not like they don't have place block nodes. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of them that's alive right now. Let's go dashboard. This should populate with any of the active bots, hopefully. Cross your fingers. Oh, it's potentially loading. Just make sure the server's still up. Yeah, server's still up. A local server, because this is pointed at the local server. Oh, let's just dig one of them out of here. What do we got? Actually, I can put one. I'll boot one up real quick. So this is a bot running on this local laptop, and the majority of bots are running on other various machines sitting around my house. So let's take a look at this guy's brain. Let's connect from Minecraft. Huh. Oh, here goes. Okay, these guys are also on there, so we're going to look at these guys here. Let's look at their brains. So let's take a look. So this guy has 529 nodes at generation 269. And you can see that only one of them is from the latest, and you can see each one it adds between 1 and 2. 268, they added 2 nodes. 267, they added 1 node. So each one of them increases the chance of behavior. Now, if we search up, so there's some nodes firing off of there. You can see them firing. I need to fix this screen. I realize this is kind of an annoying thing. So right there, I can see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different place blocks potentially. But the problem is that the neurons that they're hooked up to. See, I gotta fix all this. This screen was designed before we ever hit this many nodes, so it's not super clean right now. But I need to make it so I can click on highlight or tab to it. That'd be put that high up on the to-do list. Yeah, why can I do look right, but I can't do place block? Ah, there we go. So this is when an entity updates or when it rains, it could theoretically trigger the place block. You know, that's an example of how that works. I don't remember the other place blocks are. There was one. Place block. So when entity spawns, should I place a block? And it'll just place whatever it's holding in its hand. It doesn't actually equip. It's a separate command. Like this is an equip one. Has recipe and inventory and entity update. Should you equip, you know, like those, that's kind of what the building blocks for these brains are. So I'm ranting right now. Does that make any sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Someone let me know. Three viewers. Hello, third viewer. Oh, let's go observe another one. And yes, I know I don't have to use the night vision potion. I just super easy for it. Hey, successfully equipped the crafting table to my hand. That is HK something or another. Let's take a look. Oh, don't drown on me. Hey, how's it going? I'll come catch you in a bit. People are rediscovering that I'm back in the real world, not where I was all for like the last 6 weeks where there was no internet. Yeah, he's gonna die. Fuck yeah. Guys. Well, on the plus side, I don't count drowning against him, so he'll actually should spawn up, and we'll follow him because I just set it so they should be able to keep his inventory as well. So let's go find him. There you go. And he still has his crafting block. So all he's got to do is place it, and he's instantly got 1,000 children. And he's using it to dig. And yes, I could go in there and edit his brain and stuff like that, but kind of the evolutionary process. We got to let nature take its course. We'll wait. Got 1,300 more chances of this generation getting better. So cool, makes sense. All right, thank you. It's good. Sometimes I rant on, a little lost. Oh wait, I must have accidentally hit Q there because there's no way. One time, I think I recorded this. I dropped the night vision potion on accident, and one of the guys picked it up and started drinking it. And I was like, "You bastard!" It was really. Got a lot of random stuff here. It's like, man, I don't know if I had the camera rolling for that one, but that was really funny to me. So, yeah, you can see them starting to eat away at the trees here. Rick is the center point from it. So if I ever get lost here, Rick is at the center of the spawn ground is where I put him, and then he teleports them off in various directions so they don't sit on the spawn ground. So I can go over and find more stuff to look at just by going back to Rick. And yes, it's a Rick and Morty reference. So there's a chance that they can spawn Gen Zeros. The Gen Zeros are rarely ever as active as the higher ones. So as you can see here, this guy is just not doing a darn thing. So I'm going to post one more time here just in case anybody. Oh, we had expected Salmon Rad to be on this thing. A couple other people said they're interested. All right. Touch it up over here and see if there's any comments. We got some type of notifications. Oh, that's good. It's informed me that I'm live streaming. Thank you for sending me a notification. All right. So let's keep observing, guys, until we find something interesting. You're fairly active, trying to dig stone with your hand. I think I almost want to give him a pickaxe, which will kind of defeat the purpose of the experiment, but it'll give, we'll just have to, hopefully it won't reward that. Let me double check that if I give him a pickaxe so we have something to amuse us. As long as it's not wooden, it won't reward him. And we're not rewarding anything for player collecting stone or anything at the moment. So let's give him a diamond pickaxe and just see how far he wanders off. Let's have some fun. Hopefully this doesn't reward him or anything. Oh, chances of him equipping it are like slim to none. He's gonna have that button in his hand. Sorry, it's not the first thing he picked up. Well, that was pointless. Just have your fun. You drowning? Nope. Get to, buddy. I would love to put these guys on Twitch, but I feel like I'd have to create like unique accounts kind of in some way. I don't know. We got to figure out what to do there, but that'd be kind of cool, I think. These guys on Twitch at some point. I'll have to look into that API a little bit more. For those of you guys that don't know, an API is an application programming interface, which is similar to an SDK or software development kit, which is what us programmers use to wire in with the various other technologies. Yeah, here we go. Would be why are bots usernames a bunch of numbers? Is it possible to give them names? So Monab, there is a over here. There we go. I use this name CSV. which actually has some really messed up stuff in it sometimes when you do. I'll show you in a second, but usually it picks one of these names here. So the generation zeros all do get names. And if you look at it, which, let's go back here. So this one actually spawned from Adam, because Adam was the first one that was able to do this. So like I kind of cheated a bit in this generation. Normally I just go completely random, but Adam spawned up some guys and they were running. So because I wrote Adam, I actually write Adam's decision tree. So, but if we go edit, you'd see he's got a name and it's Adam's name. But if I were to go to the dashboard again and find those Gen Zeros, they're going to have like a real name. Right, there we go. See, they got real names. See that there? So, Barbara Jordan, Sean Hannity, Sophia, so they do have names. But after a couple generations, I need unique usernames. Because there's going to be, if you spawn 10 269s, I can't just call them Adam 269, because then they all have the same name. And when they log in, they have already the added benefit of what they've already done. So I got to use the random generated thing, if that makes sense, hopefully. Yeah, okay. And John Rich made some type of face. Cool. All right, so we lost him. Oop. Struggling. All right, I heard a Discord comment, I think. Hey. So, welcome to the party, Salmon Rad. So we're at for viewers. We're at 4 viewers. Cool. Nope, that's not what I wanted. All right. Welcome to the party. Let's see. Let's follow somebody else. So this guy seems to just be content to sit in that hole. Check out Gen Zero. I'm betting we're not going to see much activity with Gen Zeros. To refresh you guys' memory, I think I just looked at a different brain a second ago. So this is a generation 274 brain. Let's see, what did we say? V Jordan? Is that the guy I'm looking at? V Jordan. My mouse is starting to get weird. This is a Gen Zero. It has 37 nodes, but it's much easier to understand. So this is what the screen was originally designed for. So I need to redesign the screen because it's making it difficult for me to debug these brains. But we could look and see that, I don't know, let's see, block at. All right, block at. So if the block in between there's 0, like that's between 0 and 7 blocks on the x-axis from the player, or 3 plus 3 blocks. So like if they're at 0, that means that on the y-axis, that means that it's going to be, and it's up and down, by the way, just to refresh you guys, it'd be the block 3 blocks above it to the block 8 blocks above it, basically, and then z. So basically it's a cube in space that's relative to the player's position. If it's any of these things, if it's any of these things, spruce, fence, dispenser, glowstone, potato, cactus, if it's any of those blocks, then it'll be fine. That was block at. Then that'll make this true. And so it could theoretically trigger them to jump. So it's like if the more of these there are, this and this, they're AND gates, basically. This and this and this and this. If they end up true, then they'll do that behavior. So this place block requires a significant amount of stuff to be, that sucks. But then see, there's also like this one, entity spawn place block. It's like if the entity is in that range and any of those types of entities, which is holding. It's holding anything. Well, entities spawning rarely hold anything, so that doesn't seem to happen very often. So I have to look into that. So that's kind of how those nodes work as a refresher course. If anybody has any questions, feel free to post them. Let's go find someone to, oops, here goes a guy. So there's some wood planks floating there. They love to craft those wood planks. They are not placing blocks. We've seen a lot more. Remember the dirt placing like all over the place? None of that behavior is happening. And I think it's because I reweighted what we were awarding, and just nobody at this generation has that. And then we're just waiting for the 1,300 number to go through. For those of you guys that don't know, I think some of you guys just got here. I'm going to go for the long and short of it is that I made it so that we can change their spawn priority, and not just, which I should have done, is that they have a higher spawn priority, but it doesn't create a billion of them. And if you craft 58, which is crafting table, then you have a high spawn priority here. And we went through about 1,800 of them already, because they must have had at least 3 guys that spawned children, maybe more. And we still have 13 more to go. And put that in perspective, I'm running at least 10 of them at a time, and they each have 10-minute lifespans for the most part, unless they die of a consequence that's not one that I just whitelisted, which like they can drown now and they'll still survive, because I got sick of like trying to find a spot where they couldn't drown easily and said, screw it, you guys just survive and you guys will hold on to your stuff and you'll start over. So it's going to be a while, and I got to figure out how to make that more balanced, or I need to run more bots at a time, which would be nice, because we should have, not counting myself and Rick, we should have at least 10 plus this guy 11 running right now. I boot up more, but the chances of my laptop freezing right now is really high. So if that happens, I apologize. We'll probably just call it a day. So let's see. Any questions? No questions? Feel free to ask anything you guys want. That's kind of what this is for. AMA. Yeah. Whatever 72 is, I love crafting that. I mean, there's pretty much only 3 things you can craft with that, with, you can craft wood buttons or whatever, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, wood planks, wooden buttons, sticks, pressure plate. You think they would craft something with no, they can't craft it without a crafting table with the sticks, unless they had like coal or something, but they can't really get that because they can't craft an oven or whatever. So yeah. But the good news is that my attempts to get them to craft more crafting tables have been beautiful. They craft crafting tables all day long. They just don't place the darn things. Actually, here we go. We can see who generated 1,000 kids. 268. That generated all those 5,000s, which is this one guy there. It was generation 269s with the spawn priority of 5,000 to be specific. This guy here. Let's take a look. Let's look at his stats. Player collect 7 things, 12 times, crafted 10 out of the 12. Equipped attempt 23, death reason got old. So see what his inventory look like. Crafting table, count 1. That's it. That's all I needed to spawn 1,000 of these guys. So cool. I forgot that I had that stat that I added, the child count. And these guys probably did something similar. Questions? Nope. Nothing so far. Cool. Place block. Yeah, well, this is where the problem is. Look at that. Only Adam 0. That was before I was rewarding placing blocks this big. I wonder if they're attacking anything. I saw one of them attacking a bat. He was chasing around the cave earlier. That was kind of funny. Yeah, look at that. Just sitting there holding the crafting table, just taunting me. I'm gonna get that guy out of this hole. He does not seem to figure out how to get out of this hole. You're literally one place block away from like the whole next version of this. What was that guy's name? You pay attention here. H1 underscore. There you go. You're out. Now you're gonna go drowned, aren't you? Great. You know what? I'm not saving him twice. Let's go find someone else. So the next thing I want to add is memory, but I really want us to get past. Hey, I got 2 viewers? It looks like people can hear me. If not, let me know. I guess you wouldn't know not to. Never mind. That was silly. Yeah, computer froze. That sucks. Getting back on this. Let's see. I think that live control room will give me access to our chat again. I think. Stream status, okay. Oh, you saw my face. Oh no. Yeah, I'm back. Yep, stream crash, you got it. Yep. All right, let's go back. So we got, will be better if they place a table if they craft sticks. Will be better if they place a table or craft sticks? I don't know. I think the place table would be better because then they could craft more stuff. And I've verified with Adam that you can craft stuff. They are capable of crafting stuff with the table when within range. So like that block at, you'd have to have something like block at whatever to be within range. Or else they'd be constantly trying to craft stuff, which is possible as well. Which, I mean, they definitely have all the different recipes. So let's see what we got here. Tiny little Minecraft. All right, so yes, I don't know if there's going to be a climactic ending to this thing. Like the climactic ending would be if we found someone placed the darn, block. But right now, I don't think this guy's in the I don't think he's in. Nothing's happening there. Yeah, someone crafted 4 or 5, which I believe is 4 wood planks. So they're still doing all that stuff. What's this guy doing? They're active. There's just a lot of them keep falling in the stupid pit. Must have dropped offline. Oh, what are you doing? Shoving me around. Oh, you got a wooden button. Nope, you dropped the wooden button? They must have just crafted another wooden button? I don't know. Maybe you got wood right in front of you. Look at that. It doesn't look like he's digging the ground. They dig and then they run away. Like they don't quite know to pick up what they've dug. Or even what they've crafted, that might be a mind player thing or something, but they all drop stuff as soon as they craft it. All right, let's see if we have comments. Okay, here we go. We got some real comments. They would be more interesting to see the bot and their POV using spectator mode. Does anybody know offhand what the command for that is? Because I know I can go game mode spectator. And what's the command to follow someone? Is it they're following? Oops. I'm in spectator mode, but let's see. What's the out of possible blocks? Okay. Well, one of you guys, if you guys know the command, feel free to type it up. Otherwise, I'll Google it. But I'm going to answer the Voss Gaming one, out of possible blocks. So I think I covered a little bit of this earlier. Let's go see. So there's ranges. So basically there's relative to the player. Let's just look at this. Imagine these are just basically dimensions for a cube. -3 to +3. Oh, this is like a default one. What is this? What is the output? Open villager? Oh, I wonder why that's using. This basically means that the villager needs to be within 3 blocks of you. There's like a 3-block radius. So imagine I'm standing here, and there's a 3-block radius from my position. That's the range. And then so any blocks that match that, in this case, like I'm digging stone, so it says I want to find stone, and we're standing here, 0 of those 3 by 3 by 3, actually be 6 by 6 by 6 blocks would match it. And so what it does is from there, I originally had it so it would just use the first one, but a lot of times it can't reach the first one. So it might be blocked by something else. So I made it so it randomly picks one of those out of it. So right now this guy is surrounded by stone, 88 blocks. Actually, I think I even have a visual for this. Let's find that guy. Was he H1JB? I forgot I even built this visual tool. Let's go find him. Oh, hell. When my computer died, and I have to reset up a bunch of stuff to make this work, but we have time, so let's do it. That. There's a lot of stuff I got to run. Take a minute for WebStorm to pop in. In the meantime, while this is booting up, let's go see if we can figure out what the spectator mode command you're talking about is. PLB. All right, come on. Never mind, this is booting up faster than I thought. Actually, over here. I have very specific spots in my grid view for where all the stuff goes. Chaoscraft server. We'll boot up our local server now. Terminal. Something I want to put out there for you guys, but no one's expressed that much interest in actually getting access to the web interface. That's where all the stats are and whatnot. Angular app. Because I already have the API out there, like the backend servers available, but this I have to put out there. The only thing is that I got to make it so not anybody can just hit reset at any moment. But I'd love to release it to you guys so you guys can get some of the tools I'm about to show you. In game. You could enter spectator mode, then left click on one of the bots to see what they see. Okay. Is that how that works? Hold on. Oh. No. I did not know that's how it worked. That's good. Just thought there'd be like a command for it. Just the life of a bot trapped in stone. Actually, now I think about this, I'm quite horrified. Like I feel like I'm trapped in a cave myself, and I would just be freaking out a bit. Luckily, I'm really good at climbing stuff. Otherwise, you're claustrophobic. This could freak you out. I guess Minecraft could in general. All right, so hopefully that satisfies your requirement there, boss. Let me go see if I can get the brain view up and running so we can visualize this cube thing. All right, so this guy is only 30-second ticks old, or pongs or whatever. So the world view, if you guys remember, I haven't used this much. I spent a lot of time on it. All lava. Don't worry. That just means that it doesn't. I put lava as like where it doesn't know where it is. So right now it's basically putting all of its world, reporting it to the server. The server is storing its world, and then if I load it a second time, knock on wood, I haven't used this in a while. Oh, didn't store it. We may not be able to do brain view today. I haven't used this in so long. I spent so much time on it. Damn. Let's try someone else. Let's try this guy. Something's definitely wrong because I should be able to see that brain node's listed here, and I'm not. So it just makes me think that I haven't used this in so long. I must have broken it when I built something else. Oh, that's good. Okay. So, of course, it's hopefully uploading its location. I'm going to give that a minute to upload, and we'll go back and look at it. Oh my God, this is terrifying, how dark it is. Get out of there. Like TP to Rick. There you go. Let's go find another guy to go view. The one not stuck in a cave. These two. Best of friends. Look at that. There are 3 of them there? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Working in unison. Good question for you guys. Should I focus more on communication first or memory? Once we get past this hump of placing crafting tables. You guys tell me. I thought, oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this real quick, see if it loaded. So hopefully what it did is it stored its world in the temporary memory store called Redis. And now we can pull it up and it won't just be a bunch of lava. But I'm not holding my breath right now. It's not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good. Something's wrong with this. I'll take a look. Sorry, guys. Can't show you guys the world view. I don't use it that much, so I'm not even sure I want to bring it back. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, man, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay. So you use 1 to 9.5, right? You can switch between dots. That's good. I did not know that. Cool. Let's switch around. Let's watch some other bots. Sound that because I can't quite see what's going on. Sure, teleport to a team member. Yeah, do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. What's going on down there? Man. That is a big ass underground thing. That's cool. Did not know that was there. Well, guys, I think it's 12:30. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm going to wrap this up for now. You guys have any questions? Let me know real quick. I guess this last round of questions, while we do that, I'm going to real quickly take a look and see if we can take a look at our leaderboard, see if anybody has placed a block. Let's find out. Place block attempts. So this is cool. We've actually, it looks like we may have started to see, this looks like, I think, a little more place block attempts than I thought. All right, and you have them crafting tables. I feel like that guy was there before. All right, now let's just see if there's any place block successes. Only Adam. Well, for crafting table, let's see if anybody else has placed anything else successfully. Good. Because I don't think you can place those other things. Yeah, he's the only one that's placed anything because those place block attempts. The stuff they're trying to place aren't really placeable. I guess the wooden button, maybe? I don't know. Put yourself into a hole, quite literally. All right. Last chance for questions. What do we got? Okay. I'm back, Casey. So what do they get rewarded when they achieve something? They have children. That's pretty much the only reward right now is that they spawn up variations of their brains, neural nets, but depending on how cool the action was, it's either 0 to 10 or, 100 to 1,000. It's like the biggest one. So I'm doing it in batches of 10 right now. That's why we see those. So you have children. So yeah, it's sounds like a painful reward, but it's not how biology works. They get this. Yeah, no, and I haven't invented that yet. I actually thought of ways that they can, using the chat system, find mates, and I'd love to implement that someday because then we could use half of brain nodes from one and half of brain nodes from two, but we do not actually get there. There's not actually co-production. Hi guys, give me 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You guys want to get lunch? All right, we'll get lunch. Sounds good. All right, are you gonna come? All right. Yeah, text me where you're going. I'll meet you there. All right, I'm getting lunch. I just got back into my co-working space, and my cronies, for lack of a better term, my business associates want to get lunch and catch up because we haven't had a chance to catch up yet. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys all for attending today. Maybe I'll make this like a Friday thing, especially if we start getting progress like we've seen in the last couple of days. Then it's going to be really cool. But yes, I definitely have plans to, and things that you guys might want to throw around is like I'm trying to give them some ability to have some memory. They can memorize where kind of blocks are placed and stuff. They can remember entities that have affected them. They can remember basically Boolean true or false. Like, have you collected wood? Well, then stop collecting wood, for God's sakes. See, what about if both bots achieve the same thing and they both have a child instead of a random chance? Yes. That is kind of one of the advanced things I want to do. Actually, with Chaos Trainer, I was hoping to make it so you guys could manually breed bots. So Chaos Trainer, if you guys haven't seen, go back and look at those videos. It's a game I want to build that I started building a little bit into proof of concept in Unity that I might try and crowdfund. If you guys like the idea, check it out. Let me know what you think. But then you could breed the AIs there. I also thought about releasing an interface for people if they wanted to run their own bots for Chaoscraft, but people haven't expressed that much interest in it yet. So I'm not sure there, but that would be another way. But then you guys would basically be able to choose or set rules on what to breed. So that is possible. It just hasn't been done yet. So let's say memory communication is another thing I want to add to these guys. I'm going to make it so they can do a whisper, and they'll probably end up having their own little language. But the idea isn't that they're going to have like a complex language at first. It'll be more like gazelles, like when they sense danger, or something like that. One of them perks up and the entire herd listens and knows that if they chat A, then danger is near, or something of that nature. So we're not probably going to see like a complex poetry or Shakespeare come out of that right away. But those are the two big ones that I want to add in there once we get past this hump. So with that said, I'm going to let this program keep running itself. I'm going to let the simulation keep going, and I'm going to go get some lunch. Thank you guys all for attending. Let's keep the conversation going on Discourse. I'll be back on in a little bit. Take care.